What's up, Screen Junkies? You are here for the Honest Trailer commentary for the film Baby Driver, where we'll be talking about the honest trailer, our real thoughts about the movie, and if you stick around to the end, you'll see some deleted scenes and outtakes and stuff like that. Guys?
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
I didn't really want to do this movie, but you voted for it, so here we are.
This defines by popular demand.
Yes.
We didn't do it when it came out because we were like, what are we going to say?
Yeah.
Yep.
But people kept asking for it.
Kept asking and
for it,
asking and asking.
And so we put it to a Twitter vote. So if you didn't see it, I apologize.
So we were full on Cameron in the car, just like he'll just keep calling me and asking for it.
It was either this or Blade Runner 2049, which I would have loved to, revisit and kind of honor and chide and everything in between. But no, you picked Baby Driver, the movie that I watched, and I was like, it was okay. All right.
Sometimes you got to go with the popular demand. We did Showgirls, so now we do Baby Driver.
Right.
You got to average those two out.
Yeah.
For me, this movie was a victim of hype. Where if I went in sight unseen, I probably would have liked it a lot more. But I went in hearing several people describe it as the second coming and the best action movie you'll see, etc. And I was like, that was cool, but okay.
That's not fair.
Yeah. So I wish I could go see it with virgin eyes. Not that I don't already have virgin eyes. No, I'm a married man. Nice.
I almost wish he had gone further with this movie, because it starts off real choreographed, and I kind of wish he had just doubled down even more, and every frame of this thing was choreographed to music and dancey.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Was every time that things would intentionally like the lyrics were spray painted on alleyways behind him and stuff like that, and it was like a music video. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't enough of a music video, or it kind of dropped that thread that it would kind of go in and out.
I don't know. As you know, I'm a huge Edgar Wright fan, and I almost kind of view each film of his as another brick or another piece of a mosaic that I haven't yet. No one has yet to kind of looked back at, because I feel like, there are a lot of his movies that are hyper specific, and they just kind of fit into these little slots. Because I think this is, if you want to talk about this for me was his technically, him saying I am going to be technically precise and exacting. I mean, this is one of the most brilliantly assembled movies that I can see, and I think it's his most technically built movie out of all of them, as far as just I think he kind of set out, it's almost like a filmmaking exercise. In a lot of ways, it's kind of how I view Dunkirk. I kind of view Dunkirk and Baby Driver very similarly, in the sense that I think they are both brilliantly put together on a technical level. I just felt that this movie was a little more assured in its steps that way, that I didn't think there were deficits in other arears.
Sure. They're the best possible Vimeo reel for a director.
Yeah. But for me, this was just kind of a little kind of corner of Edgar Wright's career, and then as we step back, it's just, I think every one of them's different. But I realize some people would say well, that's not enough for. I get it, if that wasn't enough for one movie, I understand. But for me, this was someone that's just kind of obsessed with him as a filmmaker.
Sure.
So I loved this particular entry for the fact that it was very much his kind of just I'm gonna go crazy and try to do all.
I want crazier, man. I want every single syllable to be synced to a maraca or something like that. I want the Blue Man Group to be the heist crew. I liked it. Again, I did like the movie, but it just wasn't more than the sum of its parts to me. It was cool scene, dialogue, cool scene, dialogue, over music. So it was just it had that kind of outsider's view of Americana that just never quite added up. Those things are almost, I get it, it's a heightened criminal reality and stuff like that. This isn't supposed to be the real world, but it's just some things felt off to me.
Sure. And I actually really didn't like the dialogue until about halfway through. I decided that it was on the nose on purpose, and then it kind of sat better with me.
Yeah.
Because everything else is pretty on the nose and heightened in it. So I was like, okay, I think this is on purpose. I actually thought, talking about the Americana, everything I've ever seen Edgar Wright make takes place in England. And it took me a long time before I recognized Atlanta as not England, just because I was like, why would Edgar Wright not be in England? It makes so much more sense for John Bernthal and Kevin Spacey and Ansel Elgort to be in England for no reason. It took my brain so long to wrap around that.
Technically, here, Scott Pilgrim took place in Canada.
This is true. This is true, which is basically England.
It's used to be.
It's
Kind
like
of.
England Junior.
England-ish.
Yeah.
It's European-ish. It has European flavors.
Montreal,
Yeah.
more a little French action there too. But I think that this was a movie that both of my parents loved, and I think that's also because it had like a young, like cute boy who was really into like old music. They were just like, yes. That's one for us.
That could have been our son.
That could have been our son. He used to love whatever we'd play. Now he hates.
love the
now
White
he only
Album.
listens to Little Pump and Little Xan and all the littles. Anyways, that's a different story.
I would watch a little remake of all the little rappers.
Oh, if there was all the Lils, like
Yeah.
from Wayne to,
But they were like the borrowers, those little the Lils. I'd watch
Like
that.
the Indians
Watch
in
that
the
show.
cupboard?
Yep.
I'll bet that movie's problematic if you rewatch
Oh
it.
yeah. Can we do that honest trailer? Can we do Into the Cupboard, please?
Plastech people. I will agree that the hype on this movie was because it debuted at one of the film festivals in Austin. I forget which one, Fantastic Fest maybe. But like the hype, I had to stop listening at a certain point because you're right. It wasn't just that it was good. It was just like, this is the most incredible motion picture ever assembled in the history of, and it's great. There's a lot of great things about it. And there's some things that are just like okay, but yeah, the hype on this thing was ridiculously like nothing could have compared if you were just going in based on the hype. I agree. It was overhyped, but not because it was bad. It's just nothing could have.
Don't blame the movie for that. But how hyped are you guys to watch the honest trailer of it with us?
You've been obsessed with everything Edgar Wright has ever made and everything he hasn't made. Now, prepare to be obsessed with a movie he's been obsessed with for the last 22 years. 22? Dang. If he'd made it back then, Ansel would have been an actual baby. Driver. Baby
Look
Driver.
who's talking.
Yep.
That was a hard one to put together for
Meet
some reason.
Baby, 2017's cheapest Halloween costume. He's a Mozart with a go-kart, but a Dane Cook of being a crook.
Sorry, Dane Cook, it rhymed.
Yeah,
Whether he's using
pause.
his-
Is that a personal grudge against Dane Cook or just
Well, I mean, it gets a little obnoxious after a while.
he was huge?
And
for,
I'm
like-
just in the front. We're throwing him treats.
You're giving him a shocker. It's like it's just the energy drink of stand-up comedy. It's a little much.
He burned bright and then
Burned bright,
Burn
burned
right,
fast.
yeah.
burned fast.
Yeah.
Too close to the sun.
Also, it rhymed with crook, and I think the comparison isn't like he's a bad criminal per se. It's that
He's
he's
flamboyant.
unsubtle.
He's
He's not
ostentatious.
keeping things low key.
There you go.
Much like Dane Cook.
There you go.
Sorry, Dane Cook fans.
Wherever
Whether
you are.
he's using his criminal alias in public,
Name?
Baby.
Baby?
B-A-B-Y, baby.
wearing the same outfit before, during, and after his heists, not wearing gloves or wiping down his prints, and making his own recorded evidence of criminal conspiracies?
Was it slow? No.
Why do any of these criminals work with this snitch? He doesn't even have a neck tat. That's how you know someone doesn't have a real job. Get ready for awesome stunt driving like you wouldn't believe.
What, Dan?
He's
Nothing.
got
Dan
more
has a
skills
neck
behind
tat.
the wheel than that other mostly silent heartthrob with a signature jacket in a movie with Drive in the title, featuring jaw-dropping getaways that are one part
Who's the
bullet,
better driver?
one part iPod.
Pause.
Baby or the driver?
Baby?
It's been a long time since I saw Drive.
I feel like I saw Baby drive more than.
Yeah,
I think Baby's a better technical driver. Yeah.
I do think Baby has better technical skills, but I think that Drivey McDriveman knew his way around the city more. Like he really had it all like mapped out, the little alleyways, and he seemed to like have the whole place up in his head.
There was
so
less
I think,
improvisation.
Yeah, like maybe in a neutral medium, Baby would win, but if on like the streets of Los Angeles or with time to prepare,
I gotta go with
think
that
Driver
pure
would win.
gut.
Yeah.
Because, you know, what happens when Driver McDriverton of the Drivington Drivertons, he hangs that right that he always knows is a sure thing, and there's like a recycling truck, or you
never know. Two guys are wheeling a big plate of glass across.
Yeah.
The... Oh no!
Yeah. I gotta go with Baby.
The fruit cart festival. Well, that didn't stop him in the past. Won't stop him now.
Fruit cart and chicken crate festival, Greater Los Angeles area.
It's one of my favorite things to do here in the city.
We have so much culture.
It is.
Let's keep watching.
Featuring jaw-dropping getaways that are 1 part bullet, 1 part iPod commercial, and 3 parts OK Go video. But there's more than just automotive thrills.
I don't know.
For tightly choreographed gunplay.
They make music videos.
Money stacking.
See, I wanted the whole movie to be that.
Scene of white boy dancing. Okay.
He does the spinning around move in Fault in Your Stars too.
Does he?
Yeah.
Everybody's got to move.
Okay, stop. Cut it out, baby. Jeez, that would get on my nerves. Just give him the sandwich, baby. Strap in for Baby's last job for the creepy bank-robbing ringleader, Doc, who's even more creepy because he's played by a pre-scandal Kevin Spacey, who's even more creepy because he says stuff like this to a young man,
You are my lucky charm.
who's even more creepy because he carries a little box of kids' toys around with him. Ugh, can we just put Christopher Plummer's face on him? That's better. And speaking of creepy...
So that was, of course, the elephant in the room, is the
Oh, yeah.
Spacey question.
I think that's why we didn't want to do this movie in the first place, because it came out on Blu-ray or whatever right around when Spacey was having. We're like, we don't want to touch that.
No, we're not gonna for so many reasons.
Don't want to give that guy the publicity.
And but even doing now with the benefit of time, insanity, it was still just like, do we mention it? Do we not? It's weird if we don't, but it's weird if we also don't. So
it definitely makes him more menacing in the movie, and then when he pulls kind of a good guy move in the end, you're like, what? This was a weird choice. But that's bringing the outside into the film.
It ruined my favorite line of the movie.
Nobody takes candy. I don't enjoy taking candy from a baby.
No, the thing about quoting Monsters Inc. lines back it up.
That was a good line.
It was the funniest part of the the and now it's forever.
Yeah, I was like, that was a shame you said that.
Yeah, it's forever tainted for me.
I think Plumber was like the first thing it was clear we were going to do Baby Driver. I think that was the first sentence said in the room. It was like Christopher Plummer's face, right?
Yeah. There you go.
Very smart.
You'll now see. From here on out, whenever Kevin Spacey
he's been recast.
Now we can do House of Cards.
Now we can do if you want to know what a House of Cards trailer from us would look like,
there it is. That's it.
Right there. Yeah.
More disturbing almost.
That's better. And speaking of creepy, experience a love story between a boy and the girl who's clearly a stand-in for the boy's dead mom, as Debbie sings to Baby just like Mom used to, feeds him off the children's menu.
That's a kid's menu, right?
And works at the same diner that she did.
She used to work here?
Sometimes, but she was a singer, too.
I guess Oedipus Driver doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
When you think about that, baby, Mommy and Daddy
so disturbing.
Do you like music? Not as much as Edgar Wright, you plebe.
That's
Buckle
just true
up
in
for a
general.
soundtrack full of songs too obscure for the awesome mix,
Egyptian reggae.
but too mainstream for Tarantino. Plus, a recording studio so adorkable it could date Zooey Deschanel.
What is that card thing?
In an overall musical experience
sure
that will have you
somebody
revving
knows.
your minivan on the way to soccer practice.
Tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know how any of that works.
He was not he was a much better driver than he was a beat maker.
on the cassette.
Yeah, on his Swiss
No
Beats.
Ugh.
Oh no, Fruity Loops. That's what it was.
I mean, the guy's got like 500 grand under the floorboards. Like, get a laptop.
Buy a kit, yeah.
Buy
GarageBand.
Get GarageBand.
I choose to think that this exists in a continuum outside of time.
Yeah, that's
Everyone's
the thing.
watching on tube televisions. There's cassette players, but he has an iPod. But it's like an old.
He's got a
iPod.
bunch of iPods. He's got
He has
like
a
20
bunch.
iPods.
It's a bejeweled one.
Yeah.
Well, it's present day. I think that's why it's so charming that he has all the iPods.
Right, and like each one's for a different mood. It's like there's playlists, baby. You make the playlist in iTunes and then you load them into your one iPod.
Yeah.
Although I get it, like if you're sort of a pack rat, there was that couple of years where you probably had 1,000 iPod shuffles because people were just handing them out. You'd go to like TGI Fridays and they
Sounds
just
nice.
give you
But
one.
they're all like the big clunky, hello,
Oh, yeah.
old style iPod.
But I think now I realize this is why my parents like is because he has the same level of understanding of technology that they do. Where they're like, I need a new album, put it on my new iPod. Like they have just like 4, like one for each Bruce Springsteen album,
wow, yeah.
or whatever.
No, that's right.
They're just dancing in the dark.
All right, let's keep going.
Take a date Zooey Deschanel.
Slow.
We couldn't
In
think
an
of a more
overall
modern
musical
reference. I'm
experience
sure
that will
there's
have
a
you
more.
revving your
Who is
minivan
the new
on the way
modern-
to
Yeah,
soccer
pause.
practice.
Yeah.
Who's the new Zooey Deschanel? Who's
Yep.
the quirky, like she's not like the other girls girl?
Let us know in the
Hipster.
comments.
We checked out sometime around New Girl, and is that Rain? That's pretty much when we.
Is that Rain?
Yes.
Yes!
Look out the window.
You can hear it and see it. And I still ask my Google Home some dumb stuff, even though I know what's happening anyways. All right, let's keep watching.
Bell bottoms. Bell bottoms.
Woo! I'm the cool guy.
Ew.
So if you're too much of a hipster to like Fast and the Furious, enjoy Edgar Wright's cool lo-fi car flick that was his highest performer at the box office to date, even though he doesn't even drive a single baby. Boo! False advertising. Now, Boss Baby, there's a film that delivers on the title.
Was indeed a boss.
And the baby.
Starring
baby.
Bebe Skids.
All right, pause.
Drift.
Pause. It's the movie Bebe's Kids.
People that don't know weren't fan of early '90s live-action animated fusion. Bebe's Kids.
We've talked about this multiple times on Screen Junkies now at this point.
Have
it's
we?
very strange that we keep
We've
bringing
given
it up,
Bebe's
but
Kids a lot of
here
love.
it is. It's back.
Yeah.
Tone Loc is the voice of the baby.
Yep.
I forget
Kim
who the
Basinger's in
stand-up
it,
comic's
correct?
name is that it's even based on, but it's one unforgettable trip to Wally's World, I think.
Yeah.
Should rewatch that.
It's a good movie.
Anyway, look it up.
Anyway,
Bebe's
Bebe's
Kids.
Kids.
That one's for us.
Yeah, it's for us. This trailer's for you. That
one's
one's
for us.
Bebe Skids. Drift Draper. He take my money and
Nice.
drive with speed.
Pipes on
job.
that.
Killing
Yeah.
Towaway Zone. Driving Miss Crazy. Downshift Abby. Fleaway.
Downton Abbey. That's
The
Flea.
baby from American Sniper.
That's a fake baby.
Explaining what tinnitus is.
There was a
You
lot
know
of that.
what? He had an accident when he was a kid. He still got a hum in the drum.
He got some shit wrong with his ears, tinnitus or something.
And Kevin Christopher Plummer.
Bananas.
Grand Theft Auto. Wright City.
Your real name is Miles.
Great, because I needed more help getting Miles Teller, Ansel Elgort, and the Ready Player One guy confused.
I don't even know the Ready Player One guy's name is.
That's his name.
Ty Sheridan.
Oh,
I'm not going to remember that.
Ty. Okay.
He's just-
Cyclops.
He's the Ready Player One guy.
Okay, that'll help.
And other things.
All right. Well, let's roll right into deleted scenes,
yeah.
then we'll chat a little bit more. What we got?
You loved his satirical take on zombie movies, buddy cop movies, video games, and alien invasion/alcoholic British movies. Now, Edgar Wright is taking aim at the stylish 70s crime genre. Except it's not really a satire. It takes place in this decade, and the characters have all the style of an Ed Hardy catalog. Congrats, Ed. You bedazzled the Punisher. Starring.
extra.
My only regret is that I have tinnitus.
That's from a very specific episode of Futurama where a guy gets unfrozen from the 1980s. They didn't have a cure for bonitis, and they unfreeze him, and he goes and does all the 80s stuff. And Fry wants to be like an 80s guy again, and he forgets to cure bonitis. And so at the end of the episode, he dies. As he's dying, his only regret is that he has bonitis.
That's for you.
Yeah, jokes are funny when you explain them for a long time, right? Okay, let's keep going.
Stock market crash. Mad Men 2, Get Madder. Crazy Taxi.
It's weird that he became the villain.
Sick Burn. Fuel the Burn. Needles. Nihilist
Back to
number
the
2.
Future.
Yep.
And House of Cards. Masterclass. Edgar Wright teaches movie directing.
Get ready for a lot
The
of these.
Atlanta Job.
Yeah.
Gloss Baby. Baby's
close.
Day Out.
90s
movie.
again.
I said we drive into the storm. Ride the hurricane.
Is this a prequel to Hurricane Heist? Because then I might watch that movie.
A stretch, but honest.
Yeah.
If this
Dan,
was
did you see Hurricane Heist?
I didn't.
Wow.
It was literally in one theater in Los Angeles for 1 week. I missed it,
Dang it.
and I'm very upset. And I'm sure it's will be available soon. anywhere.
I wouldn't mind
discount movies and
renting, or streaming a Hurricane Heist.
I will go to a Redbox to get Hurricane Heist. I'll
Yeah.
just go to
It's
Ralph's.
the perfect cover for any type of. Is it really a heist? I think you're just grabbing things at that point. If it's Hurricane.
It's
Like how much
yeah, I
planning
mean,
can there be? I guess we'll find out.
That movie there was a movie with Christian Slater made back in the 90s called Hard Rain.
Oh, I forgot about Hard Rain.
Sounded exactly like this movie. It was like a big storm and somebody's heisting around.
And there was that.
That was like the end of his uptick, where it was like Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
and
And then he
maybe just that.
Yeah.
And then, right back down with Hard Rain.
Hard Rain.
Check that out.
Yeah, Hard Rain, starring Christian Slater, 1997, I believe.
Nice.
Look it up.
Okay. Well, that's Baby Driver. You heard what we had to say about it. Guys, what's your driving song if you had to run from the cops? What do you put on the iPod?
That's a good question.
Style by Taylor Swift.
Oh God. Trying to die.
It's the only song I've ever listened to in my entire
Although
life.
if you play that loud enough, the cops won't shoot you because they'll just assume you're a white
he's
lady.
fine. Yeah, he's fine. Look at him.
Also, Baby Driver, we didn't go into the race thing, but like they would shoot him for other reasons because he like there's like a string of dead cops behind him at the end.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
yeah,
at the end,
yeah.
he's just
He'd be
I give
destroyed.
up. Like no,
Yeah.
he would definitely go down.
Right, and I also love the morality. What did you call it? Reverse Seinfeld?
Oh, the reverse
The
Seinfeld
trial
finale.
of Baby was the reverse Seinfeld.
Yeah, he's
Where-
so nice.
Every character witness shows up and like he gave me my purse. Like he smiles when he dances by me at the coffee shop. Like as opposed to Seinfeld, which is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like to imagine that he gets off after 2 years of good behavior, and then I don't know, marries his mom or whatever it is he's trying to do.
He robbed thousands of dollars and put countless lives at risk, but he mopped floors for a couple
Yeah,
years.
remember
so
that? Yeah,
it
remember
all
when he mopped
worked
those
out,
floors?
right?
Yeah.
I feel bad because we're all pretty big Edgar Wright fans, and if you watch just the Honest trailers, you might not know it.
Oh, I like to feel like we're Fox News fair and balanced on him. We are. I think we say like plenty of positive things about it.
We are
Same
the
with
Hannity of the internet.
Yeah, same with I'm the Tucker Carlson, the good little boy, and the Scott Pilgrim one. It's like, yeah, it's good. The thing is, we haven't done the Cornetto trilogy because they're like unimpeachable. They're perfect.
Yeah. You chat me up about While Shaun of the Dead is my favorite movie. Chat me up about why I think The World's End is Edgar Wright's best movie.
Wow.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Spicy
So,
meatball.
Not much to say in those honest trailers, but we've trimmed the edges, which is Baby Driver and Scott Pilgrim. So that's why. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Come back next week and you'll see our honest trailer commentary for something that makes us very angry.
Yeah. Look at the schedule. Look at what we've done.
Look to your left.
and it
Look to
shouldn't
your
be
right.
Too hard
Look
to
at the
figure it out.
schedule.
Very,
Figure it out.
Very angly.
No,
But
Joe.
not.
But not.
Not that. Oh.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.
No wonder you didn't use any of my jokes.